I've completed Battlefield of Trials with Hunters. It was quite a challenge, especially the last stages, I should say. Of course, it's really related to the total power, but also about some mechanics, some patterns of bosses, and using different options of Hunter combinations of gears is quite an important thing here. So I'm planning to guide you through all stages starting with 62, just 61 isn't that interesting, it's quite an easy, you just should kill all mobs and that's pretty much it. There is nothing special, only about your total power and overall performance of your hunters. You can use whatever teams is needed, it's not a hard one, but about some aspects we should cover in the upcoming floors, so I will try to provide you tips, best setups, best gears and so on, especially for the last couple of them. This is Ryuji Video Games channel, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and let's begin. And as always, before we're going to start, just a quick reminder about Netmarble Content Creator Program. I'm able to provide you some codes which are free with additional rewards, so if you're enjoying my content, want to support me, the link to my page is going to be in a pinned comment. All you need to do is just to go here, log in with your game account, hit that support button, and in about 24 hours I will be able to provide you with the codes. Also, new missions are going to be submitted. There are 3 more codes coming, 2 I have right now available, so again, support me. And also feel free to join my Discord server, where I'm providing all the updates, always happy to help, communicate with people, have special roles for my supporters, for my YouTube members. All you need to do is just to send me proof if you're a member or supporter, and you'll get some special roles. Again, if you're interested, the link in a pinned comment. Now we're ready to start with the main topic of this video. And of course, at the very beginning I need to cover a little bit the topic about some new gears which I was trying, and they provide quite an interesting result. So first of all, I need to mention the Chaotic Wish set, which is a brand new set for support units. And here is an important moment: the only way where I'm going to suggest use this set if you're using it with 8 pieces. And actually I found this kinda interesting. At some stages, for some hunters, this set is working way better than the Blessing set. It provides some additional stats like defense, attack, HP, and for real, I don't know, just by my tests, it's working better than the Blessing. For some breakers, this set is just the same as an Obsidian set, there is no real difference between them. But when we're talking about Chaotic Desire set, well, mainly for the Battlefield of Trials, it's not going to work just at all. Only if you want to boost the damage output of your breaker, if you feel it's kinda an important one, but the elemental damage increase won't work. Well, not for everyone, it's going to work still for Yusuyun. And yes, the way it works is just because of her second basic skill, because her second basic skill anyways is going to provide elemental damage, the fire one. So for her, this one set is actually going to work on some breaker when you're using it. But overall, it's not like going to be the top priority. During the runs I'm going to explain some builds for specific stages, so we'll talk more specifically about this. And I already covered a couple moments about the new support set, which is going to increase attack. This is kinda an important one, I should say, and for some stages is going to help quite a lot. We'll discuss it in more details in a while, and let's get to the stages. And first of all, we are starting of course with the stage 62. So mainly, let's say till the stage 69, yeah, 69, I was using one team. It was Asil, Gina and Yusuyun. So for Gina I was using exactly the Chaotic Wish set. For Asil I was using 8 pieces Desire set. For Yusuyun, again, because of her second basic skill, they are working pretty much decent. Also on several stages, bosses, mobs, they're kinda tanky. I guess they have quite a lot of defense, so Yusuyun, she's dealing pretty much well with them. That's why for Shadow Authority Bestia is going to be a good fit. For Yusuyun it was 4 pieces Curse and 4 pieces Outstanding ability. Let's begin with the stage. So floor 62. Here it's not a difficult one, it's all about finding the mobs, and already about SJW I talked about this moment a little bit. Here the important moment: you need to defeat monsters that are not illusions. That's pretty much obvious. When they're shooting with their spells, the illusions are going to cast blue spheres, the original ones they're going to cast yellow spheres. So only you need to do is just to see from which direction are coming yellow spheres, and you're going exactly to these mobs and going to kill them. That's all you need to do, nothing that special. I was using even SL at the very beginning. After that I guess I switched to Yusuyun. I'm going to skip a little bit, there is nothing really that interesting. So we're finishing the second wave, let's say. I see from where these spheres are coming. Probably for this stage Yusuyun isn't going to be the best fit, because it's all about some precise attacks, and sometimes she's smashing like a crazy one, dude. You know, here for example. So can I have, for example, or Mirai or whatever hunters which are going to hit precisely are going to work better here. But again, not a big deal, I was just trying to complete everything with Yusuyun. I enjoyed this character overall, and yeah, after the third wave the stage is done. Now going to floor 63. Here it's all about clearing mobs, nothing that special, just we are finishing these goblins, and as soon as we're done it's going to be the second stage. Here mobs, they are going to run around, just a little bit messing. There is nothing crazy about it, to be honest. If you're good in terms of total power you won't struggle at all. Again, in my case Yusuyun, just because she is mage, she is shooting from her massive guns, she is destroying everyone without any issues, and also shadows, they're dealing quite some damage, so that was kinda quick without any issues. With floor 64, here we need to protect the sculptures, just, you know, last for 1.5 minutes, killing all the mobs around, not allowing them to do anything with the sculptures. So again, just Yusuyun, she's able to provide some AoE damage with her guns, with her summons. There is no big deal about it at all. Kanai is going to work here pretty much well, and again for all these stages I'm using all the same gears, I'm not changing anything. And actually Thomas is also doing pretty much well here, I guess. I didn't try him, but he should be fine, so pretty much easy. Now we're going to the next stage, which is going to be 65. And here it's also about only destroying mobs, fighting bosses after this stage. So again, I'm just clearing the first stage without any problems, because again, Yusuyun, she is able to reach everyone on a pretty decent distance and smash everyone without any troubles. Here we have two bosses. They're kinda tanky, but again, with Yusuyun I didn't really have any problems. It just took quite a few rotations to complete them. Nothing that interesting and special during this phase, during this stage. So yeah, all the same rotations, they're melting pretty much well, and I'm going just to skip this moment. This stage is done, and now going to floor 66. Here a little bit of an interesting moment, because this boss is going to drain our mana, but for our breaker it doesn't really matter, whatever. This boss has a break bar, but again, because it's Yusuyun, she doesn't feel it just at all, and as you can see, again, he's melting like nothing without any issues, even with the break bar. So it was an easy one, in my case, for Yusuyun specifically, and it's pretty much done. Now floor 67. Here things become more spicy, let's say. Again, it's more because of the total power. The more requirements in terms of total power, the harder stages are going to be. but here nothing special, to be honest, as well, because we need just to break these bosses, which SL is doing pretty much well. And again, Yusuyun, she doesn't really feel any break bars, so for her it's not a big problem. Yeah, just need to avoid some damage. QT animations, they kinda help. Also, Gina provides some shields, and again, as you can see, even with break bars, Yusuyun is just shredding them like nothing. Just repeating all the rotations, and they're almost done. For her, quite an easy one. Here I should mention a little bit of a moment where things are getting a little bit more interesting. Floor 68. And yes, here I made couple changes in terms of sets, and actually for Gina I made here a little bit of mistake with her set for pieces which I have here, and I should have switched it, to be honest, to the Blessing or to the Guardian set. Probably even Guardian is going to be better, because we have all changes of rotations quite fast. The thing is that this set with 4 pieces is working only when you're using ultimates, and Gina, she is not able to use her ultimates each rotation, so we are not going to receive benefits from this set from 4 pieces. Well, we're going, but it's going to be kinda not enough. That's why again here is going to be way better to use the Guardian set or the Burning Blessing set. Again, because Yusuyun with her basic skill second is able to provide elemental damage, this set might work pretty much well. But again, the most important part is going to be about accessories, and I already have quite a few videos about them. So yeah, I'm using this combination with the Shining Star and with Aquamarine set. The main thing that again, boss is kinda tanky, he has a lot of HP, we also need to destroy sculptures, and I should say you this, when I was trying this stage for the first time, we need to destroy sculptures, and it took me about 2 rotations on Yusuyun to actually do this, and it also took me way more time to finish the final boss. So when I changed the accessories to this one, it became way better, and I mean my results improved kinda a lot. I also completed Proof of the Strong level 20 forests in core missions, so you can check this video out as well. And yeah, this is kinda okay. And also, instead of this Desire set, you can use actually the old one, Greed set, which is going to be also nice because it's going to increase a little bit our critical hit rate and critical hit damage, which are also important for Yusuyun. But the main thing again is all about accessories. Here are my stats for Yusuyun. You can see 38.5k attack, critical hit rate with overcrit. Here it helped. Critical hit damage, defense penetration. Again, because in terms of levels the difference isn't that huge. You may say it's kinda low, but I was using also Besta, so it was working great. Starting with this stage, and the main thing of course is going to be about this poison on the ground, and it's going to deal quite a decent damage. So at the very beginning I'm starting my rotations with support hunters, but after all I am switching to Yusuyun, and I'm trying to avoid this poison on the ground. I'm just taking my place somewhere in between, but it's kinda important, I should say, to stay near these sculptures. I'm going to explain in a moment why. With this phase, with this stage, we're finishing without a lot of issues, just starting with destroying this sculpture because it's going to deal some poison damage. After that, finishing the mobs, and now we should go to the second stage. Yeah, here is going to be the boss and 2 sculptures. So the main thing here is that the boss is going to jump around, and it's quite an annoying one because we need to actually hit 3 targets at the same time. When we are possessing ourselves somewhere else, the boss is going to, you know, just run around the whole map, you don't really want this. So the main thing is to stay just near these sculptures is going to be important, because again, when Yusun is going to deal some AoE damage with her guns and so on, she is going to hit the same time these sculptures and the boss. So I'm trying to stay as close as possible. Sometimes I'm getting a little bit away, but after that trying to get closer. So the sculpture is done. Again, because of sets, the damage output is kinda decent. And the main thing here is going to be to stay above 50% of HP. This is one of the requirements for the trophy to have max of them. The other one requirement is going to be to complete the stage within 140 seconds. And we're doing pretty much the same rotations all over the place. So as you can see, during the whole battle I am staying above 50%. The most annoying parts are going to be about poison on the ground and this boss. So yeah, he is dealing quite a decent damage, especially when he jumps. You should avoid. That's why here, for example, Yusun is going to be kinda a nice fit, because she's able to deal damage from distance. You may stay safe from the boss attacks, but again, don't forget to follow his patterns. And as you can see about the time, so it left 44 seconds. I was like 4 seconds before I'm going to lose the trophy for timing, and I did it pretty much well. All hunters, they didn't go below 50%. It may take you quite a couple of tries. It's not an easy one. It required total power, it required good stats for DPS unit, and also again with the sets I messed a little bit, but I was testing some of them. Hey, I'm providing guides. So yeah, the best sets I already explained them, which you can use. This stage is doable with Kanaya, but she's a close-ranged hunter, and because of poison she may struggle a little bit. I was able to complete it with her, but it took me quite a few tries. Now going to floor 69. Here is an important moment which I decided to actually do, and yeah, I switched a couple hunters. So this is the stage where we should destroy these spheres, not to let them reach the boss. On this stage I was using Kanaya as my main DPS with 8 pieces infamy set. It helps to maintain mana. I also provided some stuff for MP consumption reduction, Bear with a Shadow Authority. I was also using Goto as an additional support and semi DPS, because with first basic skill he is able to deal quite a good damage and destroy quite some spheres. Again, it's about the total power as well for you to keep in mind. For Gina I was using 8 pieces wish set. In this case it's working well. With 8 pieces this is a good set, because it's going to be activated after using core attack. With Gina and majority of support hunters, when you're using their basic skills, you're going to activate core. So all you need to do is just to cast this core, and also it's going to work from the ultimate. Was kinda easy. For the accessory set for Goto I was using a DPS new one for breakers, just for additional damage output. So we're starting from the very beginning, and the first spheres we're going to receive from behind. So I'm going behind, using the first basic skill to destroy all of them. As you can see, Goto is doing pretty much well. On the right side a little bit, and you also should try to be somewhere near the boss. After that I'm just summoning Kanaya, and with her first skill, second skill, the ultimate, she is doing really well. Especially when you're charging ultimate, you are able to destroy all the spheres. Yes, I'm missing some of them, it happens, it is what it is. But overall, when you're getting used to it, you're just going into circles. Also summoning shadows is also important, they're dealing kinda some damage. And I was stuck with Kanaya for quite some time. As you can see, with the ultimate I destroyed all of them, and I'm switching back to Goto. I didn't really use Gina here, but you can try to keep it in the rotation. overall, most of the times I was using just Kanaya. She's just completely destroying it. With her rotations, they're crazy. The only thing is going to be, of course, about her mana, but again, with the set there is no issues about it, and also with some MP consumption reduction. Destroying the last of them, and that's it. I was really close, but again I messed up a little bit my rotations. I was focusing a lot on Kanaya, but she might actually still run out of MP, so you need to control this stuff. You need to be always somewhere near the boss and control everything around. They're going to go, you know, like one by one until a certain moment. At some moment they're going to be all around, all together, and here you should use your ultimate from Kanaya. You should be able to use your shadows as well, switching sometimes to Goto with his first skill, because he is going to deal damage all around. Like, you don't really need to focus just when spheres are near the boss. All you need is just to spam with his first basic skill. As you saw, I didn't really use Gina, only at the very beginning, but I decided, hey, it's going to be kind of a waste of time, she's not going to stun them, so basically I used two characters, and most of the time it was Kanaya. Now we're going to floor 70, and this is the most interesting one, I should say. There was something. So, the best team and the best setups which I found to actually just complete it. I mean, I didn't finish it with all 3 trophies. I was able just to complete it in terms of extreme evasions and remaining HP above 50%. Here I was using Goto for some break and also to actually provide some buffs to Thomas. This is an important one, and he is doing it better than Ganhee. I was using him with 8 pieces grid set. I found this the most useful here, specifically for Thomas. For me, the most useful is going to be the Wish set, believe it or not. I was trying him with Blessing set, I was trying him with Guardian, but the best results, believe it or not, I received from the Wish set. And Thomas, of course, provided the best results with the Iron set and outstanding ability. The second closest one, Hunter, who is able to complete it, was actually Mireille. But I need to manage a little bit of her gears and find the best fit. Probably it's doable with her, but again requires some total power and overall preparation in terms of gears. The third one, actually it was Yusuyun, but the main thing about the boss, which I find kinda weird, it's not about his defense. He has 0 defense. It's more about he has a shitload of HP, and it's all about pure DPS. I wasn't able to complete it with Kanaya just at all. I don't know what's the problem. I'm running out of MP. I'm not able to provide such amount of damage from her, and this was kind of weird because she's a great DPS overall. Maybe it's possible to do with her, just need to again adjust some builds and the strategy overall. With Thomas it was kinda easy. He is dealing decent damage from his ults, he is dealing decent damage from his basic skills, but when we're talking about 3 trophies and completing it without any issues in terms of timings, believe it or not, I guess the only one Hunter which is able to complete it right now is actually Silvermane. Yes, because of his bleeding effect, and they're dealing huge damage. If you have him with high advancements and really decent gear, you should be able to complete the stage in required time. All the others, I don't know. I'm not sure about Assassin. If he's able to do it, it's going to be kind of a weird one experience. Maybe I'm going to try this out, but overall, yeah, this is the set which I was using. For the shadows, I'm going to change them. So yeah, Igris as a shadow authority, Iron for defense decrease. I found a it's kinda still important. Serbi as well. The most important core is going to be here for Thomas, this one, which is going to reduce our MP consumption. Why it's important? Well, because the fight is going to be long, and actually during the long fights Thomas is going to run out of MP and the effect from the obsidian set isn't going to work. So we're ready to start. And at the very beginning I'm starting with Goto just to activate the effect from the grid set. I am spamming with attacks as much as possible to get the effect from the grid set. Switching to Min, repeating the rotation, always using his core attack because it's going to activate the effect from the set. For Thomas, I'm using his rotations, first basic skill, second basic skill, first basic skill core attack, second basic skill core attack, and after that switching to Goto again, doing some skills, switching to Min, using his ultimate as well to actually manage it with the second ultimate of Thomas, repeating the same rotation, finishing it with an ultimate from Thomas, and it deals quite a decent damage, I should say. All the same, just repeating some rotations, trying to cast some attacks from Goto, switching fast enough to Min, using his core attacks. When I'm using ult it's not important, but overall as soon as I'm going to get the transformation I'm going to activate it, except for this moment when we're going below 70%, because he is going to get his break bar and is going to waste our time. Thomas is going to run out of his Goliath form and we don't want this, so I'm trying to bring him to 70% without activation the ultimate for the second time, let's say. Here Goto is able to break him, and this is an important moment. You need to break him, because if you're not going to do this, boss is going to receive less damage during the whole battle. So after that we're breaking him and again repeating all the process, using all skills from Min to use his core attack, after that switching to Thomas and almost immediately going into Goliath form. First basic skill, core attack, second basic skill, core attack. Switching to Goto, using a little bit him on the field. After that again, after some skills, switching to Min and using his ult and punishment as well. Ideally you want to do this. Sometimes you're getting messed up with this boss just because he's crazy one, but here with the ult he is going to deal again decent damage. 94 million. I'm going into Goliath form immediately as soon as I can, because otherwise it's going to be just a waste of time. In Goliath form he is going to deal the most amount of damage. Nothing really changing during the whole battle, rotations are overall the same. Overall Goto is dealing quite some damage, not a huge one, that's why I'm trying to use at least his ultimates, because during this period of time the time is going to stop, let's say, for the moment he is casting his ult, and yeah, just keeping it up with all the rotations. And boom, 10 seconds before the end of the battle. So as you see, Thomas with iron set, with the support of Min, with the new set for Min, and some additional support from Goto, because he's going to increase damage for the third slot, and also from the grid set is going to be kinda a decent one. 107 million damage from the ult. That's crazy. Completed it, but I don't have myself quite a decent build for SM back. He is also A2 for me. I'm not sure if I'm able to complete it right now for all 3 trophies. Maybe I will try with Assassin. We'll see. If it's going to be the case, I will provide you some update, but overall Thomas for now is going to be probably the best one hunter for this one boss here. And yeah, again, total power, you should keep it in mind. Overall, that's pretty much it for this guide. Hope it's going to help some of you. Again, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and see you guys in the next one. Take care.